Pickin' Boots Vintage. Today I am going to be talking about Patina by Dixie Belle. Look at all these gorgeous colors. This is created with their Patina line. Look at this. Gorgeous, 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 right? Well, today I'm going to show you how to do this. I am on both Instagram and Facebook, so if you have any questions, put them in the comments, and if I can't see them while I'm working, I will definitely answer them afterwards. So I'm just going to show you a close-up of him. See how beautiful he is? So we're going to, hey Amy, we're going to recreate something like this, but on this gentleman behind me. So I'm just going to put him right there. And all right, so this is a piece that I'm doing for a client, and it was all gold. So they wanted to change it a little bit because it's going in their house. So, and there's a light on top with a big, beautiful chandelier. We're going to do that another time, but for right now, we're going to start on his body. He was gold. I put a layer of chalk mineral paint on here. I used the Antebellum blue, and then I put one layer of the patina paint on it, just to have a base coat over it, because when I start spraying and making it look more patina, it'll activate the rust color underneath. So I just wanted to have every part of him covered. Now, if you don't know about the patina line, I have a great step-by-step tutorial on YouTube. You can watch it over there. So I'm just going to really briefly talk about them. But if you want more detailed information, you check out YouTube under Pickin' Boots Vintage. So in each patina paint, there are metal flakes. There's 3 different colors: iron, bronze, and copper. And when you use them, and you put them on here, and then you use the spray to activate it, it turns all those colors like the lion. So we're going to create a very layered, textured look so it looks authentic. Now again, I gave him one whole coat of the iron just because I wanted the whole thing covered, because when it starts to drip with the patina, it'll activate the other parts. So let's get started. I need to make sure you mix these up really, really good. I've had them upside down for about an hour now, just because, like I said, there's metal in here, little flakes of metal, and I want them to drop. So when I go to paint, and use the patina spray that activates, it'll work on the little metal flakes. If you don't stir it up, you won't get the metal, and then you won't get the patina. So what I did, I have 3 old brushes here. Now these are not the cheap chip brushes. These are the nice chip brushes by Dixie Belle. They're called premium chip brushes. They do not shed, but these are older ones, and I saved these because when I do a patina project, I like to just be able to throw them away, because it's just easier. Because the way, when you see the way I patina, it's kind of messy, and it's just easier just to throw them away. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up all 3 of my paints, and I'm going to get my blue and green patina sprays ready, because these are what makes the paint turn. Now, just a pro tip here, when you are done with these, you want to take this out and you rinse it with water, put it in a little cup and spray, and get all the patina out of it, because if you don't, these can corrode, and then you won't be able to use this anymore. So when you get done, just save the cap, put the cap back on, and rinse this, especially if you're not doing a lot of projects back to back with patina. So I'm going to get my blue ready. And now the green. These are brand new bottles because I figured I'd be using a lot on this guy behind me. He is going to be so cool. All right, so now I have my sprays ready. Now each of these colors, when mixed, you can get a blue patina, a green patina, or a rust. So we're going to have some fun. Now, if you have a pencil, if you're interested on the rust, you want to use iron paint in the green spray. If you're local and you come in the shop, I have a cheat sheet board that you can take a picture of. It shows you all the different colors and the combinations and what the outcome is. All right, so let's get started. Just for today, because just for time's sake, so I don't bore you all to death, I'm going to just do his front, and then off camera I'll do the back, and then later today or tomorrow I'll be posting pictures of what he looks like when he's done. Because it can take anywhere from 2 to 4 hours for the patina to set in, but you will see today it turn in front of you. It won't be the full effect, but you'll see it. So let's start with the iron. So, and the way that I like to put it on is I like to put it on heavy in some areas, lighter in other areas, and that is because it will create depth when you are using the green spray. You don't want the rust all to be the same color. So I'm starting up on his face and down his shirt. And yes, I am going a little heavy. It is dripping, and that's okay. So the trick is, while the paint is still wet, that is when you use the spray. I've had a couple customers come in before and saying, it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Well, they didn't use the spray while the second coat of paint was still wet. Okay, so now I want to spray. Oops. Let me get this. I don't want I want a fine mist. So I'm going to spray just where I have put the fresh coat of iron. And I can already see, I'm sure it's hard on the camera because it's far away, that it is starting to turn a little rust already. So, now, now I'm going to use the copper. I've got a fresh brush, and I'm going to come in and go around on his face and down the other side of the iron. And it's okay if you overlap the iron. And this is what I say, copper? Yeah, copper. It's okay. It just creates a more authentic look. So I'm going to add some copper here. I'm going to come in on the other side of the iron that I just did. The trick is you want it to look authentic. So I don't want to paint it on. I am pushing it on. That creates different levels. Turn his face, you can see what he just did. You can see this right here. Those of you that have used patina before know how awesome this product is. All right, so that was the copper, and I'm going to use a little bit of the blue because just got to get it activated. And you can see it's just a new, so I have to make sure that it's flowing right. I'm going to spray the blue on right where I just put the copper. And it's okay if I get a little bit on where I put the iron because it still will all activate and work together. Do you notice that where I put the rust is starting to turn like a greenish color? It always turns green right before it turns into that rust. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit on my Instagram. Let me see if it'll let me. There we go. How's that? Better? Okay. So now we need to add a little bit of the bronze. I don't know if you can tell, but this is my favorite. I love, 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 love patina. So we're going to come in a little bit up here, just a couple spots. We don't need too much. Maybe a little on his face and his hair. And I'm going right over the copper too. Now for the bronze, I'm going to use both the green and the blue. Just very light. Ta-da. Now, you always want it to go ahead and drip because that will make it look more authentic. It's looking so good. Okay, I'm gonna turn him. We're gonna work a little bit more on his other side. Can you, let's see if I can, look at his face. Look how cool that is coming. Wait till you see it when he's all done. All right, it's very, very messy, but that's okay. So I'm coming over on this side. I'm gonna do some rust, some more rust, and I don't want it to be balanced, so I'm just applying it here and there. No rhyme or reason, just on. Okay, so so I added the iron, but I want to add, let's see, I want to add some of the copper with it too, because I'm going to spray the green on this area. Not a lot, just here and there, so it looks like it's starting to peek through where the rust color is. All right, and let me get the green, because the iron and the green make rust. Now I'm going to go back with my blue spray and just lightly get where I just put the copper on. Now these sprayers come out fairly heavy. If you want a thinner mist, use a mister bottle. Do I have one here? No. Just the mister bottle will give you just a nice, soft sprish. And you don't even have to use these bottles. You can actually put it in a bowl and use a brush to put it on too. So if you want to just one area, use a brush. Okay, so I need to step back and take a peek at how he's coming. All right, he's looking good. Let me get some of his pants. You guys are gonna not believe the transformation. I took pictures before when he was all gold, and he just looks so much better. All right, let's go. Some more rust on the pants. The iron is still pretty good shook up. Normally you want to make sure that you keep it because you want those metal flakes to stay, because that is what activates when you put the spray on. Another thing about when you do this, when it's all dry and you see an area like, ooh, too much rust or not in a blue or green, you can go back on it, add layers, add more layers, add as many layers you want. The more layers, the more authentic it looks like. That's where my lion looks so cool. Lots of layers. And drips. I'm gonna go back a little bit more with my iron. I think it got a little too heavy. I love when you mix them. All right, oops. Now this is why I use cheap throwaway brushes, because they get all yucky. Let's see, put them back in the same one. Now for some blue. And voila, you can see it's just dripping off of him, but that's why I have protection on the floor, and once he's all dry, he is going to be gorgeous. All right, so I feel like I need a little bit something here. It's kind of bland, it's like I missed an area, so I'm going to put, got a lot of blue here, a lot of green, but I'm gonna go ahead and put some rust there. So I'm gonna use the iron, and I'm gonna go a little heavy because I want it to look deeper. So if you leave it on thick, it'll give you more different tones. So spray with green. and then that will transform. Now every time I spray, it drips down, which affects the colors down below, so it truly makes it look like it's been outside for years and years and has natural patina. Okay, all right, well, I'm gonna keep going because I love to do this, so make sure though if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I will be happy to answer them for you. I see a bunch of stuff coming up on both screens. I will get to them, I promise. I'm thinking I need to do the pedestal a little different than the top. I just haven't decided yet, so I'm going to kind of leave the pedestal alone for right now. This area right here is turning out beautifully. I can't wait to take some pictures, some close-ups, and share it with you guys. Okay. Where did I just put that? Sometimes I forget right where I put my last mark, so I just go ahead and spritz it a little bit everywhere. Need a little rust in here. So I'm just hitting it with a little bit of rust. One quick spray. Or when I say rust, I mean iron. All right, so it's probably time that I shake these up because you want to make sure that they stay stirred so the metal flakes stay at the top, or there won't be as much of a reaction, because it is a chemical reaction. It's the patina paint with the metal in it with the activator. Okay, so these should be good for a little while now. And you could actually have a stir, but I just like to shake it because I feel like I get more of a good mix. Okay, so I'm coming under here. A little bit more. I want to create some more rust. Let's see, let me step back and take a peek. Yeah, okay, so I feel like we need some green in here, so I'm going to use the copper. And the green spray. There we go. Right there. So I'm going to put a little bronze on top. I have quite the pool down here. All right, so you can see he is transforming and becoming something quite unique. As many things about patina, I've never had something turn out the exact same way, obviously because it's a chemical reaction and there's no rhyme or reason where I put the patina. All I know is that look at how beautiful it comes out. It's still, he needs a little bit something here because the other side of his face, let me show you. See how that's coming? But like I said, it does take 2 to 4 hours to get the look that you want for it to keep going. So I'm going to add just a little bit more of the iron. And when this dries, it will be a few different colors of the rust because I put on so many different layers of the iron with the green. All right. Let's see, he's looking really good. So I'm going to go ahead and finish his back. I'm not going to do it on camera, and then I'll take some pictures and post them, and I'll also put this video up on YouTube with befores, afters, and during. So I just want to say thank you for joining me today. I'll be back again next Tuesday at noon. And if you're interested in 30 painting tips in 30 days, follow me on Instagram. Today I'm on day 3, and that'll be posted soon. Okay, take care, guys. Have a fabulous day.